Hello and welcome to my channel. Say hi to a happy day. In this channel, I would like to share tales and stories I personally picked and or my kids' favorite book stories. Let's enjoy listening while I read to you a book. Thanksgiving Day. One of the first really American customs was to set aside one day each year to give thanks. Everyone has something to be thankful for, be it big or small. The day Americans have set aside to give thanks is the fourth Thursday in November, Thanksgiving Day. It is a day for family gatherings at home. Usually, the feast is roast turkey, browned and juicy. There are dressing and gravy, cranberry sauce, potatoes and vegetables. And finally, there is pumpkin pie or mince meat pie to finish off the meal. The most important part of Thanksgiving, however, is the giving of thanks for all our blessings. That is the reason this happy holiday was started back in 1621. The Pilgrims had arrived from England the year before. They had sailed across the ocean on the Mayflower, a voyager that took over 2 months. They had suffered bitterly through their first winter in the New World without warm houses or even food to eat. When spring came, they planted crops of corn, wheat, barley, and vegetables. To get through the next winter, they have to have a good harvest. The Pilgrims worked and prayed. Finally, the harvest was in, and it was very good. The Pilgrims then set aside a day to give thanks to God. A great feast was planned. The Pilgrims invited friendly Indians from neighboring villages. The feast included wild turkey, lobsters, clams, oysters, and venison, deer meat. The Pilgrims and the Indians feasted for 3 days. Unfortunately, they ate up much of what they had planned to save for the coming winter. When winter came, they were often hungry. It became the Pilgrims' custom to set aside one day each year for Thanksgiving. They did not, however, make the mistake again of not putting aside enough food to last through the winter. George Washington called for a National Day of Thanksgiving in 1789. It was to give thanks for America's success in the War of Independence. In 1863, President Abraham Lincoln set aside the last Thursday in November to be celebrated each year as Thanksgiving Day. To observe a day of thanks is not only an American custom. In fact, it goes at least as far back as ancient Greece. The Greeks, thousands of years ago, had a harvest feast in honor of Demeter, their goddess of farming. The Romans had a feast for their goddess Ceres. The Jewish people have had days of thanksgiving for thousands of years. The Feast of Tabernacles or booths called Sukkot is in honor of the harvest. Little booths or baskets were made and fruits and vegetables placed in them. Then the Jews gave thanks to God. In many countries today, days of Thanksgiving are celebrated. They are usually related to the country's Day of Independence and are double celebrations. In America, we have one day whose only purpose is to give thanks, and we have much to be thankful for. I hope you enjoyed listening to the book Thanksgiving Day. Please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to listen to more of our favorite book stories. See you soon!